Here's my review of S&M2. I went out was live with San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, just like part one. A little bit more rocking, true. After the ecstasy of gold, right? That's what they call. And you got the call of Cthulhu. Great way to start. I think they always start them like that. Yeah, that's right. The white gets a nice flash out of the way because it's going to be looming from here. Of the old stuff, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Great way to go. Another one from the same record. Amazing. So, Ride the Lightning might follow in the next album. I'm not here to review that album. That version is stellar. It's amazing. They did part one also. I don't know if they did right there, but it's a great way to start off with a major flash. Outside of a fresh instrumental, which that's cool. The Call of Cthulhu. Flawless version all the way. Okay. Never been that big a fan of The Day That Never Comes, but it's fucking great. Great instrumental. Well, maybe it's not an instrumental, but it's still great. Okay, The Memory Remains. Great classic off the Black Album. Killer stuff. Confusion. Not the biggest fan. I like the newer stuff that came through, like Outlaw Tarn, A Mouth in the Flame. That's good stuff. Halo on Fire. No Leaf Clover, I can take or leave it, but it's not bad. I'm a huge fan of that. And just the symphony orchestra with them is just fucking mind-blowing. Can't get enough. This is pretty much my review. 1 to 10 out of 10, I give it a 9er. Of course, I think album 1 was a double album 2. Of course, I give this one of that a 10. You can't always be 10 when the other one was 10 for at least disc 1. You can't always make a product that's going to be as fucking awesome as the first version. Of course not. But it almost lives up to it. That version is flashier. Different time in the history of Metallica, late 90s. This is not that time. This is 5 years ago, 2020. So it's the 20th anniversary, so it's not 1995. It's 20 years later. And or 25 years later. And what can we do? That's it. All right, see you in part 2. No, you. Yeah, that's right, Shun. Yeah. I'm Rince Biatch. Why, thank you.
All my life, waiting for somebody. Come and take my hand. All my life, waiting for somebody. Whoa, yeah. Down for so long, doesn't really matter. The downtown home, been kicked and I've been spurred. You come along, doesn't really matter. I'm going alone, doesn't even hurt. All my life, waiting for somebody. Oh yeah. All my life, waiting for somebody. Oh yeah, whoa yeah. All my life, waiting for somebody. Oh yeah. I'm waiting for the day that you come my way. Hey! Hey, I've been drove down deep. I made a big decision. I'm going to sleep, and I'm going there alone. I know damn well I'm tired of all this crying. On my feet, so fast as I can tell. I'm waiting for the day, that you come my way. Somebody, somebody, oh. Waiting for somebody, oh, how, for somebody, oh, how. I've been waiting for somebody, waiting for somebody, waiting for somebody, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, some of these podcasts that you watch, Ross Dog Network, literally, they should have bullets in their heads.
Friday night, what you gonna do? Say you don't know. Grab a bong, grab a beer. It's time for Kenny's show. Help me, Kenny, Uncle Derek. You might be Kenny, you might suck some dick.
It's time for the TV show. He don't say much, but you never know
What you might see,
what you might hear. Peter calls him once a night to remind him he's a
Look forward to you dodging
You're
the
doing
question
it.
again.
You're
Go
doing
ahead.
it. You're doing it. You're
Yep.
doing it.
No, you.
So, you.
No, you.
You.
In the name of this separation, in the name of wretched pain, in the name of creation, God has said, we're fucked. Shit out of luck. Hardwired to self-destruct. Go! On the way to paranoia. On the over. On the crooked born line. On the way to get destroyed. Doom. Design. We're fucked. Shit out of luck. Hardwired to self-destruct. Once upon a planet. Burning. Once upon a flame. Once upon a fear of resorting. Of returning. All in vain. Do you feel the hope of fading? Do you feel the comprehend? Do you comprehend? Do you feel it terminating? In the end, we're fucked. Shit out of luck. Hardwired self-destruct. Hardwired self-destruct. 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 Yeah, that's right.
フランシスコの時間に合わせると日本時間深夜3時なんですよ。これもう仕事あったらできないよね。ラーズなんとかスケジュール合わせてくれ。さあラーズが語る72シーズンズ、いよいよワールドツアースタート。どんな中身なんでしょう。スペシャルインタビューご覧ください。その4人のメンバーがね、気持ちを一つにするって昔からそうだったと思うんだけど、今回のような成功っていうのはやっぱりキャリア年齢を重ねてきたってことと関係してますか？
I mean, I think it's a combination of all of that. I don't know if it's to me it's an ongoing process. So it's not, and again, the goal is not necessarily to make, you don't sit down and go, okay, the goal is to make a record that's friction free and that has this kind of passion. It's more when you end up 2 years later talking about it and trying to come to some conclusions or come to some sort of understanding of what it is that you've just been through. I would like to think that as we 41 years into this, that we continue down the path of unity and appreciation and love, and obviously a lot of the early years of Metallica was very much fueled by being sort of fueled by cynicism and maybe being outsiders and kind of angry at the world and so on. And so I think that we still are capable of playing with a lot of energy and relentlessness and force, but underneath it, what's supporting it and holding it together is the love and the unity and the appreciation for what we have as Metallica and the way that it connects to the fans and to a worldwide audience. But you know, if when Mazza and I talk 5 years from now about the next Metallica album or the next projects or whatever, I would like to say, and even more so than in 2023 when 72 Seasons came out, we love each other even more. So it's a process that hopefully will just keep going and going and going.
72 シーズンズっていうアルバムには、まあ、いろんな解釈ができると思うんですけども、このアルバムタイトルについてちょっとラーズの思うところを語ってほしいんですが。
So as we were, you know, going through the process of recording the songs, and James had some time to, you know, write some incredible lyrics and come up with some song titles and so on. One of the concepts for one of the songs was 72 Seasons, and which I didn't really know what was, and so when he explained it, you know, about how the first 18 years, which is 72 seasons, how they shape your lives. It's your formative years that are, I think, if I quote James and say that ultimately result in becoming the, you know, the better or worse yourselves, the true or false selves later. I thought that was a fascinating concept, and when we all four sat down to talk about album titles and about what the concepts of the album art and so on could be, that was you know, where we kind of ended up. I think again, the best titles to me are the ones that throw it back to the listener and to the fan, and make them put their own pictures together and their own you know, observations or interpretations of the music. And so the idea that 72 Seasons was such an abstract concept was really cool, but also it felt like it was to me an overall theme of the record. When I started hearing James's vocals and reading the lyrics, it felt like James was really opening himself up in a way that he had never done before, and he was being more vulnerable and more transparent, and sharing his struggles and the struggles with light and dark, and all the different emotions in there. But you know, so it felt like a lot of that, you know, was rooted out of the 72 Seasons concept, and about, you know, the juxtaposition between your younger self and your older self. And I think it's a fascinating concept, and I think that James is very open about talking about mental health struggles, and I think that you know, we all support that, and I think that as much as there can be conversations and opening up about everybody has mental health issues, obviously all at various levels, but the more those conversations can be out there, the more it can be helpful for everybody who's struggling at some level.
I'm gonna be a rock and roll star, gonna groove from night to day, yeah! Gonna boom my honey, I'm gonna blow my booze away, yeah! I'm gonna make a stand. I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm gonna make it with you. I'm gonna be with my friends. I'm gonna push it through. It's electric, yeah. It's electric, yeah. It's electric. Oh yeah. It's electric. Wow, yeah. Oh, I stop it. I'm red, but I weave no amber. And danger paves my way, yeah. Gonna make it, my friends. Gonna make it today. Gonna go get the dust from my heels. Down the highway I go. I'm gonna make it, my friends. Making a rock and roll show. It's electric. Yeah, it's electric, yeah. 'Cause it's electric, oh yeah, it's electric, whoa, yeah. I stop on red, but I'll weave on amber. And danger paves our way, yeah, I'm gonna make it, my friends. Gonna make it today, gonna get the dust from my heels. Down the highway I go, gonna make it, my friends. Making a rock and roll show. It's electric, yeah, wow. 'Cause it's electric, oh yeah. 'Cause it's electric, oh yeah. It's electric, wow, oh yeah. No, you, it's electric, yeah.
Hey Metallica fans, it's me Ken giving you a great review, despite the dishwasher sound, of Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Right, kind of leaves off where Death Magnetic was. Right, on that record they're approaching to return from rock to thrash, and Hardwired brings you right there, grips you right in the thrash seat. Full throttle, yeah! You're screaming for help at the same time you're headbanging along. It's got lots of great gut-wrenching moments, amazing art, Hardwired, the title track. That's some good stuff right there. Mouth in the Flame, Halo on Fire, Spit Out the Bone, Murder One, Man You Kind, Man Unkind. There's lots of things. Dream No More. They're all pretty fucking awesome. Killer art. Love how it just opens up, and there they are with the faces. Yeah, Hammett has some really good solos throughout the record. Great riffing. I can say I give it 8 out of 10. It's not like the old days, like Master of Puppets is 10 out of 10. But you know, you get older, you become old men. You can't always do a 10 out of 10 album. No, but you write it, you go through the process of writing and recording and rocking out and having fun with your bandmates and your friends for life, right? And then you give it to the public and you're like, what do you guys think? And I'm pretty satisfied with it. I think it's a killer album. Fuck yeah. Yeah. I think whoever did the art did an amazing fucking job. The art kills. And I guess for this chapter of Metallica and Monsters, look for more reviews. Woo Woo with Lou Reed is next. And then I'll tackle Hammett's solo project, and then S&M 2, 72 Seasons, and Helping Hands Acoustic. All right, hope you liked this review. It was pretty amazing record. Glad I got on vinyl. Yeah, that's right. No you. Yeah, Shun. I can see James' lyrics on Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Amazing. I'm sure other people participate. Lars and Kirk Hammett are quite the great writers. Robert might have had a hand in there. I thought his bass playing and bass picking was just right on the money. Good stuff, and look forward to more reviews. Yeah, that's right, know you. Yes, Shun. Just really mind-blowing stuff right there, and I love how they make new albums all the time and go on new tours. That's what, because I don't want to be being a big fan of a band that has a forever best of tour. Right. Like, we haven't made a record in like 10 years, we're just doing best of tour. To me, that's not Metallica. I hope that never is. I look forward to when they have new work. Yeah, that's right. All right, I've gone back and re-listened to Lulu. Right. Which we have right in front of us right now. Right there. See that? Right, with Lou Reed and why is my favorite record from the last 25 years by Metallica. One of my favorite bands is the fact that you get taken aback. It's not a regular Metallica record. It's a play. Right. And you hear this different voice, Lou Reed's voice. And it's rich. It's different than James's voice. Nothing wrong with his voice. Nothing at all. And I love how Brandenburg Gate opens with acoustic guitar, which is a nice touch. The view is very good, right? And then you get down to stuff like Pumping Blood and Mistress Dread. It's just amazing. Big into Iced Honey. I've re-listened to half the record, and it's stellar stuff. Bringing the poetic voice and collaboration. Well, Metallica hosted the 25th anniversary of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Got to bring Lou on, do some music with him, and Walk on the Wild Side, all that. And he's like, we should do a record together. And it ended up being Lou's last album. And it's an amazing album. And it got reviewed, mixed reviews by critics and fans. This fan is saying, it's amazing. And I'll be back for more reviews of it in the second half of it. Yeah, that's right, know you. You'll hear me talk about stuff like Little Dog and Frustration and many others. All right, yeah, that's right, know you. I can see why people didn't exactly love Lulu by Metallica and Lou Reed when you get to the second half and you get past the brilliant Iced Honey and you're getting into stuff like Cheat on Me and Frustration, and Cheat on Me is like 11 minutes. Yeah, and yeah. But, you know, it ends with Junior Dad, which is like almost 20 minutes. So you think like 11 minutes is long. No. There's another 11-minute song, Dragon, right before the end. So I can see why all the Metallica fans were like, yeah, we liked Ice Honey and and Mistress Dread and all that. But you're getting a little long for us. But you know, you get to hear the full ramifications of Lou Reed's mind. And it's a play, you gotta remember that. And I like a lot of the stuff like Little Dog and all that, and Frustration. Those are only 8-minute songs. But they sort of lose me on Junior Dad, but you know, they didn't completely lose me. I still have mad respect for the late great Lou Reed and all the fellas in Metallica. Mad love. And it's still one of my favorite records. I don't know if I could get that on vinyl. I'll have to sit there and listen to a 19-minute song. But, you know, I did it on a digital copy. It's fine. It's fantastic. I give the record probably maybe a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good, but I understand if people didn't like it because it gets a little long in the tooth. Yeah, that's right. You'll hear other stuff. I'll be doing Kirk Hammett's Portals next, and then S&M 2, 72 Seasons, and of course Helping Hands live acoustic. Look out for those reviews. No, you. Yeah, that's right. Yes, Shun. Metal up your ass. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
When I started off,
And then I say, John, you know, you've been a huge influence on me. I tell him this all the time. He goes, how can I be an influence on you? How can I be an influence on you? I go, Johnny, the way you pick, you know, it's like it's an influence on so many people.
Right.
And I said, how did you come up with that? And he goes, I was just counting. That's the only way I could count is through downstrokes. I said, Johnny, brilliant. It was the only way he can like keep time. He was keeping time by doing just downstrokes. He fucking practically created a whole genre of music doing that. And it's amazing to hear that, you know? And then I say, John, you know, you've been a huge influence.
the technique I'm going to show you next is probably the most popular was from my previous band, and I can't remember what the name of the song was that they call it, but it was. Whatever the hell that's called. But sliding the chord, and if I just went like this, it's nowhere near as heavy as. And since that's those guys' music, I'll show you where I use that, but that's where it basically originated when I first tried that. I do that in Ashes in Your Mouth is a good one. And that sounds kind of silly, but when you do it at time, it sounds really, really cool. The technique I'm going to show you next.
The Maiden and Monster. And the Monster. Masterful stuff of Portals, Hammond's solo EP. Good stuff. The Gin, Ginn. Good stuff. I mean, whoever's keyboardist is, it's amazing. Solos come through flawless. I recommend it to those who like instrumental music. I am a huge fan. You could blow your mind, Hammett, without using vocals whatsoever. Yeah. I've always find time that somebody put out something solo. So far, re-listening to it, blow my mind. Good stuff, man. I'm gonna listen to the other two songs and give a review of those real soon. Hope you like the review of 6 works. This is 3. 3 more to go. Yeah, that's right. No, you. It's masterful shit. I hope one day he puts out some more stuff. Maybe even does a whole instrumental album. That would be killer. I was headbanging a little bit. It's fucking cool, man. I love it. Yeah, that's right. No, you. Yes. I would say we got to my favorite 2 on the rest of Portals by Kirk Hammett. High Plains Drifter and The Incarnation. Probably that second one is my favorite. It has a nice jazzy outro. The song is about to end. It's very mind-blowing, both of them. The keyboardist once again did a fantastic fucking job. Very high production on all 4, I'd say, especially the last 2. Really, the solos are amazing. The outros are just killer. It's good stuff, man. Kind of leaves you with perhaps there could be more instrumental EPs or whole albums from Mr. Hammett in the future. That's right. It's cool stuff. Yeah, I hope he continues it. And kudos, cheers to the keyboardist. He just did a fantastic job blending his style with Hammett's style. It's amazing stuff. I hope other people in the world and the band Metallica can go on to do solo projects. I'd love to have a drumming record from Lars. That would be amazing. Maybe James will do that one day, a solo project. That'd be cool. Who knows? Maybe some of these guys will collaborate with others. That would rule. All right. This is Portals, and that's a wrap. No, 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 no. You, yes, Shun. Yeah, that's right. Rock on. Yeah, boy. Yeah. I'm Rich Biatch. Why, thank you. Here's my review of S&M 2. I liked how it's live with San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. Just like part 1. A little bit more rocking. True. After the ecstasy of gold. Right. That's what they call. And you got the Call of Cthulhu. Great way to start. I think they always start them like that. Yeah, that's right. The white gets a nice flash out of the way because it's going to be looming from here. Of the old stuff, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Great way to go. Another one from the same record. Amazing. So, Ride the Lightning might follow in the next album. I'm not here to review that album. That version is stellar. It's amazing. They did part 1 also. I don't know if they did right there, but it's a great way to start off with a major thrash. Outside of a fresh instrumental, which that's cool. The Call of Cthulhu. Flawless version all the way. Okay. Never been a fan, that big a fan of The Day It Never Comes, but it's fucking great. Great instrumental. Huh. Well, maybe it's not instrumental, but it's still great. Okay, The Memory Remains. Great classic off the Black Album. Killer stuff. Confusion. Not the biggest fan. I like the newer stuff that came through, like Outlaw Tarn, A Mouth in the Flame. That's good stuff. Halo on Fire. No Leaf Clover, I can take or leave it, but it's not bad. I'm a huge fan of that. And just the symphony orchestra with them is just fucking mind-blowing. Can't get enough. This is pretty much my review. Well, 1 to 10 out of 10, I give it a 9er. Oh, of course. I think album 1 was a double album 2. Of course, I give this one of that a 10. You can't always be 10 when the other one was 10 for at least disc 1. You can't always make a product that's going to be as fucking awesome as the first version. Of course not. But it almost lives up to it. That version is fresher. Different time in the history of Metallica, late 90s. This is not that time. This is 5 years ago, 2020. So you know, it's the 20th anniversary, so it's not 1995. It's 20 years later. And you know, well, 25 years later. And you know, what can we do? That's it. All right, see you in part 2. No, you. Yeah, that's right, Shun. Yeah. I'm Rich Biatch. Why, thank you. We're talking about this SM2. Metallica. Disc 2 record, yeah. There's the imagery. I liked how it began classical with an introduction to the suit. Very official, very classic, very getting into the origin of the sound that isn't metal. getting deep into the roots of the progressiveness. What I liked about the start of the album. Right, and then goes in kind of in the same direction. Then gives you a hit, The Unforgiven. Nice. Yeah, seals you, starts you off. And then we go into some other stuff, newer and classic instrumental, Anesthesia Pontiff. Some more Black Album stuff, classic hit. Why I'm a Metallica fan, 1. Love it. Hear it a million times. Stretching down. No, we didn't need that. Then we Master of Puppets. Classic. Off my favorite album. Good title track. Killer stuff. Good thrash. Lots of great headbanging and solos in there. Love it. Nothing Else Matters. Something James never wanted to share. But he shared it with Bob Rock and Lars, and they loved it so much. He had to share it with everyone. And we love it. Lots of people love it. Hold on. And then Wherever I May Roam, amazing stuff. It's on there. Enter Sandman. That was the one right before 1. Puppets. Ends as usual with. No. Look at that. It's fine. Enter Sandman, which is great. Classic. So I saw them, they ended with 1 and that and into 1. What? Yeah, 1's longer. It's good stuff. All right, hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you at Helping Hands in a few days. 72 seasons, then Helping Hands Acoustic. And this episode will be available on about the end of the year, somewhere around there. Yes, Shun, know you.
From Metallica. That would have been in 86 or so.
Yes. And it was odd because Primus was getting pretty popular. I had Ride the Lightning because Kirk, he was my high school buddy, and he gave me one of his albums. And I went to do the audition, and I come walking in with my bass that looks like a hunk of driftwood. I just remember we're playing, and Kirk's looking over at me, and he's going, "You're too loud." So I had to turn down. I'm like, okay. I think the clincher is they go, okay, let's do, For Whom the Bell Tolls. And I'm like, okay. And I'm standing there.
Right.
And I'm waiting.
Intro.
I'm waiting to be able to go.
Intro.
Dun, dun, dun. I thought that was my part. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was bass. And so James just kind of looks at me and shakes his head and plays the part, and we played it. And I didn't get the gig.
72 Seasons is a great album. Screaming Suicide, killer single. There's other good songs on there. Title track, phenomenal. Shadows Fall, good stuff. You Must Burn. Killer all around. Sleepwalk. My Life Away, that's just great. If Darkness Has Sun, killer. Yeah. Too Far Gone, good stuff. Rooms of Mirrors. There's lots to love here. Even if I didn't completely love it, like I do. I love the fact that they went out and made an album. It kills. It's a good reason to do a tour, and the tour was great. I saw the tour. I mean, doing the whole 2 different set thing on a Friday and a Sunday was amazing. I mean, true, I wish I caught up with the next leg of the tour when they added Limp Bizkit before one of their members died, unfortunately. Yeah, because I always wanted to see them, and they weren't playing New York or even East Rutherford, New Jersey. But, you know, this is all of their decisions, not mine. But I picked day 2, and it was quite the set. It was a set I've been dreaming about for years. So they opened up with Whiplash, and it was just killer. And they rule. And the new album is great, and I can't wait for 4 years till they make another one. I love the fact that they go writing, they go in the studio, they do all that, and they make new albums, and they make stuff like Darkness Has Sun, and Chasing Light, and Crown of Barbed Wire, and Too Far Gone, Room of Mirrors, and everything else that's on that album. The title track is Killer 72 Seasons. Yeah, and it's just fucking great. Sorrows Follow. I mean, all of it's great. Screaming Suicide. It's all fucking kick-ass. True, I wish some of the songs were a little bit less in time. There's like 11-minute songs on this thing and all that. But, you know, that kind of goes back to old school of them doing 8-minute songs all the time and everything. It's kind of like they've gone full circle. Yeah, and it's cool, man. I love it. All right, that almost wraps this whole project up. Yeah, that's right. Know you.
All right, I listened to Helping Hands live. Acoustic at the Mosaic. Amazing stuff. I've never heard anybody do acoustic version of Deep Purple's When a Blind Man Cries. In fact, making a true analysis, I re-listened to it earlier today. Yeah, of all the stuff from the great Machine Head. You know, it's the one with Highway Star and Smoke on the Water, those hits. It's probably the lowest. They brought a little bit of heaviness to it. So it was already not so heavy. So it was perfect to take acoustically and do a whole new version of it. Yeah, it has parts that are sort of heavy when they're jamming. And then the voice comes in. It's still a bit heavy, but it's not too heavy. So you could do a version somewhat different acoustically. Yes, I love how it opens with a almost full version of Disposable Heroes, taking a fresh classic from their best album, Master of Puppets, and just taking it back and making a different version of it, showing like, we're not just going to do songs that were almost all the way acoustic like The Unforgiven, which is great to do third. Bring the hit in then. Let's hear a song that was never acoustic, a song that goes low, and sometimes when they're playing, like when Ian Gillan is singing, sounds sort of acoustic, but not. Because it's not the heaviest song in the world. When a Blind Man Cries. Amazing. And showing how deep their love of the Purple goes, covering a song that wasn't even a hit. Where'd it go? Yeah, of course, they do stuff like Please Don't Judas Me. That was new material. They're mixing that in. Covering the Bob Seger classic like they have, Turn the Page. And then doing a song from Low, Bleeding Me. Right, Killer. Go slow. And then following that with Veteran of the Psychic Wars. Yeah. That was killer.
Yeah, and then Nothing Else Matters, which was sort of acoustic till that middle jam. And I love the fact that they did that. And of course, it's called Helping Hands. You have to then do All Within My Hands. Of course, everybody wants to hear Enter Sandman. It's a killer, special acoustic. And then, let's go back to the beginning after the major hit and get with the Four Horsemen. Sure, we're not going to do a 7-minute version. That's what the original is. Yeah. But still killer, taking it back, doing something completely different with it. And then ending with something newish, which is fucking great. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Gotta do Hardwired. It's the title track. Alright, that's my review. Love it. Great. Acoustic live. Doing something different that you don't expect from the Metallica. As always, they fucking rule. There's the devil horns. Yeah. Alright, man. I'll see you for episode 5. Push it to March. Sorry this came out this year. It's supposed to get out by the end of the year. Alright, that's the final video. No, you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's Shun. If you're a big fan of stuff like Cannibal Corpse, Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, The Misfits, and you would like to weigh in on this, drop me a line in any DM on any social media. Make the video downloadable and give your opinion on things like that. If you love things like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Saxon, Diamond Head, Motorhead, give me your opinion on things. I want to know what you think of Celtic Frost and Venom. And while you're at it, tell me your favorite monster. So you know where the DMs are? You know where the knives are? Yeah, that's right. And please tell me your favorite horror movie. Your favorite thing that Metallica inspired. And your favorite band that inspired them. Do you like things like The Misfits, Discharge, and Black Flag? Give your opinion on all of that too. All right, you know what to do. DMs are open, make the video downloadable. Yeah. Know you. Yeah, that's right. Metallica fans, here's a bonus track. Die, 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 my darling. Don't want a single word. Die, 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 my darling. Just shut your pretty eyes. I'll be seeing you again. I'll be seeing you again in hell. Come cry to me now, baby. Your future is in an open box. Come cry to me, oh baby. Should have seen it was coming on. Come cry to me, baby. Now, baby, had to know it was in your pain. Come cry to me now, baby. Dead and zone for a dead end girl. Come cry to me now, baby. And now your wife trains on the floor. Come cry to me, baby, now, baby. Die, 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 my darling. Don't wanna say a word. Die, die, my darling. Just shut your pretty eyes. I'll be seeing you again. I'll be seeing you in hell. Yeah. No, you, yes.
He's an Asian guy.
I gotta promote that shit. Guys, I just ordered a hoodie. You guys should too. Because RDA gang gang.
I never cared much for moonlight skies, never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. Never went for afterglow or candlelight on mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw robin rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for moonlight skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went to afterglow. I never went for afterglow or candlelight on mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. You know, I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. And then you came in with the spark. That's the 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Yeah, that's right. Enjoy the